Look at that silly waterfall.
Tuesday, 8 o'clock, September 16th. Thanks for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridmann.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We have a jam-packed 2 hours to get through this morning. So let's break down what we have brewing for you today.
All right. Prost to this. The public market is bringing back its Oktoberfest celebration. Stein holding showdowns and live German music, as well as dancing.
Stein holding showdowns?
Yeah, I bet it's like how many you can hold.
Oh.
You know how they come out and they have all of them?
They've got like 19 in each hand?
That's what it looks like when, when
the,
Mark and I go to the bars together.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Then an award-winning artist from Japan is bringing her work to the Fringe, mixing movement, performance, and powerful environmental themes. We're going to learn more about a body in places.
And later on, if you're finding yourself in a lunchbox slump, Kelley Springer has us covered. She's going to show us some ideas on what to pack to boost your energy and keep you focused all day.
Beet juice. Before all of that, let's get a check of the forecast because more warm air and sunshine is headed our way, Marty.
That's it. Yeah, some beautiful weather coming up for us still today. Still one of those cases where we could use some rain. Wouldn't hurt to get some of that back in. But again, beautiful afternoon coming up for us. And you can see skies already beginning to brighten up. Also, you can notice just a little bit of that cloud cover that's trying to pass through. That was at least a little bit of fog that formed to the east. It's lifted. It continues to move a little bit to the west. And that's what you're seeing on the horizon there. But in general, we're going to see quite a bit of sun for a lot of the day today. And that's really going to help to move temperatures along quite well. 74 at noon. That's the average high for this time of year, but we'll move on into the upper 70s for highs this afternoon, so back above average by a little bit. Down into the 50s tonight with mainly clear skies initially, maybe just a few more clouds as we head later into the overnight. About 80 for tomorrow, still not far from 80 into Thursday. We cool down a little bit into Friday. There's a weak front that'll pass through, likely not providing much, if any, precipitation as it does drop down and through the area. And then temperatures come back up a little bit heading into early next week, probably back into the upper 70s again by Sunday and Monday. So still warm for the next few days, a little cooler at the end of the week, but not that bad even as temperatures fall back a little bit.
No.
Listen, I'm on board. Let's take it and have it last. Copy paste for the next 6 months.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think we'll be good.
Even if we had that much time, or if I had that much time, I still wouldn't get all my outdoor tasks done.
True. You still haven't mowed your lawn from May.
Well, I mean, it's only over the leach field that needs to be mowed, so that's makes it a little easier.
Why don't you get out there and help him? You're over here bossing him around.
I'm busy that afternoon.
Oh, okay.
All right, Marty, thank you.
Sure.
All right, let's go off the top and start with some of the stories that have piqued our interest. I'm going to kick things off today. We are officially 100 days away from Christmas. And Adina Menzel says, or Adele Nazim says, we need a little Christmas now. Before we get sued, I'll pause it. Honestly, normally I am totally opposed to getting into the holiday spirit this early, and some years at all. I'm not a Grinch. Okay, maybe a little bit. But it's because of how quickly we forget. There is a lot of friendly anticipation, but a day later, it's all over. We forget that we're supposed to be nice. We forget that we're supposed to be kind. We forget that we are supposed to be forgiving and accepting. On the 24th, we are all smiles, holding doors, wishing people well for a couple of days. We remember what it feels like to give each other a break. And then by the 26th, it's gone. When the clock strikes midnight, we are right back to being impatient, stressed, and fighting like cats and dogs. And that's always bothered me. Because if we could find that kindness for just a few days, then maybe we can find that kindness for more time. We just have to want to hold on to it. And that is the part of the season that I've struggled with over the years. Not the lights, not the music, not the traditions, but the fact that we taste what feels like to be better, and then we just let it slip away. And that is why this morning, with 100 days until Christmas, I think it's worth pointing out. Have you looked around lately? Things are heavy. People are tired. Things are tense. The mood feels bleak. And it doesn't look like it's going to be getting better anytime soon. So maybe this countdown is the excuse we need not to put up a tree and not to start the music, but to stretch out that feeling of joy and goodwill and hold on to it longer this year. Maybe 100 days until Christmas is exactly the reminder we need to start smiling at one another again.
Wow.
All I'm saying is let's just smile a little more in life.
Yeah, I think kindness is one of those things that spreads easily, but a lot of people aren't getting enough of it lately. You know, you see it on social media, you see it when you're driving down the road, a lot of people with road rage, right? I mean, I think, being kind to somebody can really turn their day around.
Yes.
And, it's like, pass it on.
Right? Offer to take the shopping cart away from somebody so that they don't have to walk it back to the corral. I mean, it's not, you don't have to, I said corral?
No.
Oh.
I was just going to say, the other day I was at the store and a woman actually shoved her shopping cart at me. It was very startling.
See?
It was not nice.
That's what I'm talking about,
I was
though.
like,
why?
Yeah, did not like it.
Just a little bit of that kindness that we feel on December 24th and copy paste that for 365 days. You don't have to go above and beyond. Just do one nice thing for one person every day. The world would be such a nicer place.
Yeah.
Think of how happy people would be.
It's true.
They really would.
And it doesn't have to be anything monumental. It
No,
doesn't
it
have to be paying for somebody's groceries or,
it's
whatever.
holding the door.
Bringing in your neighbor's trash cans.
It's saying good morning. Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Bring your neighbor's trash cans in, not
hear that,
right
Mark?
after they put them out.
Mark, bring your neighbor's trash cans. Garbage day
When's
was yesterday.
garbage day?
It was yesterday.
Oh,
and
Mark.
out it sat. It's fine. Sorry. I'm
That's the
today.
kindness we need, Mark. Clean up the trash, will ya? All right,
No,
move
that
along.
was good. No, that was really good.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thank
it. And being fully honest here.
Yeah.
You've never particularly loved the holidays.
No.
And that's fine because not everybody does,
No.
right? Everybody, is entitled to their own their own feelings on the holidays. But last year you were significantly
More joyful?
a little more joyful, a little more cheerful. So I'm excited to see Dan this year around the holidays.
Well, and like I said, I think that's part of the reason because there's so much buildup to this one day, and then we let it go. We forget about it when we absolutely should not. Carry a little bit of that cheer with you in your pocket.
Yep.
Yeah. It not only does it make other people feel better, it makes you feel better too.
Yeah. Hey, how many days till Halloween? Do you know?
45.
Yeah, baby. All right, we got to move on to mine now. Kind of sticking with the kindness thing, but maybe not quite. I don't know if I wrote this as beautifully as you wrote yours. I have always kind of rolled my eyes at the phrase, boys will be boys. It's been around for a long time. When I was in school, teachers always used it to explain behavior for the guys who pulled our hair while we were playing tag, who chucked rocks at us while we were waiting for the school bus, or who would write inappropriate messages in our yearbooks. All of those things happened to me.
That's all. I don't like any
Yeah,
of that.
I know. It was rough. I, was kind of a nerd though, so it's fine. But either way, boys will be boys. I think it's a garbage excuse. It makes an excuse for letting boys get away with things simply because they have a lot of energy or they don't have impulse control. At what point are we just going to accept that most of the time, if you're about to say that phrase, there really is no excuse. Those kids might just be jerks. I want to talk about these two boys arrested in Florida after vandalizing an elementary school. Deputies were called to the school, Friendship Elementary School, of all names. They were called there around 1 a.m. for reports of a fire alarm going off, but what they found inside was much more shocking. This is body cam video captured from the scene. Shattered doors, overturned tables, and graffiti all over the walls. Books, garbage, electronics scattered on the floors. They also reportedly ransacked the library's media center. Ashley, could we put down that lower third so people can see the floor a little bit better? Maybe. The cost of all the damage, though, $50,000 worth. So, who are the two boys? Well, they're 13 and they're 12. They're accused of breaking into the school during the day and then returning at night to continue the chaos. Each boy, you're seeing both of them right there, was charged with 2 counts of burglary, 2 counts of trespassing, criminal mischief, and theft. Now, the two confessed to the crime, but only after their mothers turned them in. Yeah, mom wasn't gonna have any of that. Now, it doesn't seem like they're using the excuse, boys will be boys, but of course, people have thoughts on social media. For the most part, many people are praising the mom, saying, hey, good for her, that's good parenting, parents need to have consequences for their children. Others, though, feeling bold enough to share other thoughts online. Let's pull some of those up, because I was feeling feisty and maybe not so kind. Tom is in Texas and says the parents are gonna have to pay any fines the kids get and drive them to community service. They played themselves, really. Tom in Texas, I'm gonna say that's a lame take, honestly.
Yup.
Let's see what else we've got here. It's just JT. Wow, why would you snitch on your own kids, Mom? Shaking my head, at least bleep whooping was bad enough, but a snitch is a low blow. You know what else is a low blow?
$50,000 worth of damage to public property.
Yeah, Matthew says, hot, y'all will be regretting that when they're 30, unemployable and living in your basement.
Matthew, they're minors. That slate will get wiped clean, my friend.
Tiger says, aren't parents responsible for their children? Get the checkbook out, Daddy. Didn't like that. But, you know, and then Lily in North Carolina says, if you raised them right from the beginning, she would not have needed to turn them in. So like I said, when you were doing your story, it's so easy to say whatever you want on social media, right? We see it every single day. Every hour, I would say, mean comments on our posts. That's fine. But first of all, if you're such a great parent, you should write a parenting advice book and, you know, go make your money that way. Don't sit there and be critical of other people. That's ridiculous. And for parents out there, you've got to hold your kids accountable, right? Come on now.
Listen, I love that this mother turned these kids in. I think that's fantastic. And it doesn't matter. Listen, I understand that some people make the argument, well, you know, had you raised them better, you wouldn't. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. You don't know what her track record as a mother was. No. She could have been the perfect parent.
Yeah.
But because there is no handbook, things are going to happen.
Yeah.
And she's teaching them. She's teaching them. And maybe they will have to pay. Maybe it'll have to come out of mom and dad's pocket. But I'm betting you something here that those kids will be mowing lawns until they're 20, paying mom and dad back for that money.
And chances are, if that's the case, they're going to say, you're not allowed to live in my basement.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
You're 30 years old. You can, I don't know. See, you got me all fired up.
Well, listen, I think it's appropriate to get fired up about that because I think, like you said, if you're such a parenting expert, Tommy from Texas, stick around. We've got a lot more to come here on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, we're checking in with Chris Lopez, who is teeing up this Tuesday morning.
We need to change the name of this segment.
I know.
Don't forget to take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We're back after this.
Hot takes.
Hot takes.
opened golf facility that is open to its members 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
It's called Skramble House of Golf, and they are located in Perinton. Chris Lopez is live there this morning, getting a look at the place. Chris, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, 15,000 square feet. From what I'm told, this is the largest in the entire state of New York by square foot when it comes to indoor golf facilities. I'm here with the creator, the owner, whatever you want to call you, because you wear many hats.
I'm just the guy. That's
just
all.
the guy.
Yep, whatever you need, we'll try to
Justin
take care of it. Yep, exactly.
This is an amazing place. We're going to get over to the putting area in just a second.
Yep.
But you showed me about 10 minutes ago, you guys have
Yes.
a place to store all of the bags,
Yes.
though,
Uh-oh.
which is in this room here.
Mom, let me see my
Was
phone.
in this room here. Now, we're going to get into that. If you come here and it's open 24/7, 365, Scout, where are you going?
Come here, Scout.
Scout's also going to be here as well, which is the resident dog. And here we go. Scout had the keys in there. But this is the spot. Justin, tell me about it. Why is this something we'd like to point out?
Yeah, I mean, a big thing, like in Rochester, is the weather. Like, why would you want to bring your bag in and out of your car? Like, this is, like, so we literally built a bag room so you can leave your bags. My members leave them here, get it out, and let's go play golf.
Security is at the utmost. You got
Right,
cameras in
cameras,
here so no one can
everything.
steal, because golf does get very
and the door was
expensive.
already locked. That's why I had to get my phone.
And then from here to the putting green
That's right.
area. How big is the putting green area? Is it 5,000?
Yeah, it's about 5,500 square feet. Scout's already there. He stole a glove. He likes the glove. But yeah, so I built basically the largest, short game area indoors you can build. I mean, this is our job. How are you going to get better at golf? Everyone has simulators. No one has what we have here. So, just little pitches here. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. We can have, 20, 30-yard shots where you can have that back pin, and then that ball is going to stop. And the cool part about this style is if I hit a little spinner, that ball is going to stop on a dime like that.
So tell me about that, because someone who, like me, who doesn't know anything about golf, watching right now, just says, okay, he just has turf everywhere.
Of course, yeah.
But that's not the case.
No, of course not. And my goal is to try to teach you different situations we have on the golf course. We have a shot that we got to get it over and then stop. We have a 30-yard pitch that we have to do that. I mean, we talk about our slopes. I mean, look at our slopes that we have.
What I want to talk about is the slopes here, because just if you're looking at this, you're just like, all right, big deal. He's got some turf with some holes in it.
Of course, it's just flat, right? It's not. I mean, we moved 220 tons of rock to build this. I mean, if you look at the bunker over there, I mean, that's a big slope. We had to build that almost 4 foot off the ground. I mean, Terry, check this out. This ball right here is going to hit the slope, and that thing goes down there, and it's off the green. So teaching people on how to do different slopes, different situations, that's why we get people better in here.
And if you go to an outdoor golf course.
Yes.
To get one of these, you're going to have to work your way through the 18 holes.
Of course, yes. And then the chipping green, and then you got to worry about, different shots and different chips. I mean, here you can literally hit, 10 different shots in one practice session.
Why is that important for someone to have all of this access to it?
The idea is to shoot a lower number, right?
Yeah.
If you hit it closer, you can make lower scores. But if someone doesn't know technique and doesn't know the shots, it's very challenging.
And let's talk about your golf background. Yeah. What is it? You've been in this game for a very long time.
Yeah, I've been in the biz 20 years. I mean, I left here. I went to New Mexico State University. I went to a lot of top clubs. And what I've learned is that they just don't, in my opinion, do exactly what we need to get people better at golf. So when I built this idea and this concept about 5 years ago, no one really kind of did it big. And then now, obviously, everyone's getting up there and doing stuff. But, my job is to get you better at golf. So whatever I need to build, I need to build. And, it's very, it's tough with capital, and I had a lot of help. My dad, huge help building me all this stuff. All this stuff's kind of like DIY stuff, just because it's really, really big capital. So we try to do something cool, different. You've hopefully never seen anything like this. I did my job.
24/7?
Never close.
And then how does someone contact you about a membership?
Yeah, so we go on our website, www.scramble.com, fill that out, or shoot me a text on my cell phone. I mean, literally, my business phone is my cell phone.
You're very responsive,
exactly.
by the way.
And if I don't respond, I'm dead, so we always take care of it.
Coming up next, we're on the greens.
That's right.
Over here, this is the sand bunker. This is what we're going to be talking about next. I've never seen something like this in an indoor golf facility. I've done about 4 or 5 shows at indoor golf facilities, and there's really nothing like it. And yes, that's real sand. Back to you in studio. We're going to talk about it coming up next on Arc Rochester.
All right, sounds good, Mr. Lopez. We appreciate it.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, this morning's weather trivia.
Mark McLean will be here on the other side of the break.
Welcome back. Mark is here now, giving us a look at the warmer temperatures today. Steady sunshine. We also have weather trivia to do. You're in another mood.
You know it's tough this time of the year?
Your mood?
When you get...
Sorry.
That's a daily struggle. But it's the equinox, right? And you're driving on the east-west roads, and you get that sun glare, right? Because the sun is basically due east, due west on the drive home at night, on the drive in the morning. So that was slowing things down on 490 this morning. There was a lane that was closed. Somebody was pulled over on the other side, and all of a sudden, it's slowing things down. But it's weather related. But
yeah,
I guess,
Mark came into the studio crotchety. I'll tell you what, that attitude.
We asked him a question. He's like, the traffic this morning.
The traffic this morning.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Get off my lawn,
I
Ted.
guess what we're saying is we still need meteorologists, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
do.
check the trivia. Let's check the trivia. Our trivia today.
This show already.
Here it is. Who is the largest employer of meteorologists in the U.S. by percentage? Federal government, weather consulting firms, academia, or broadcast media?
Ooh.
Interesting, right?
When you say academia,
Like colleges.
Okay.
And,
okay.
schools.
Can I ask a
Sure.
question?
Yep.
Do I need to, if I'm going to work? No, I guess you wouldn't need to be a meteorologist if you wanted to go work for NOAA or an
It's
organization.
Or you
interesting,
would,
though, right?
wouldn't you?
Well, you would have to have a degree. I don't think they would hire you
But
technically without a degree.
it's oceanic and atmospheric.
Oh, there's definitely different fields. I
Yeah.
mean, you can get into agriculture, you can get into space weather, you can get, there's all sorts of different
Yes.
avenues for this
But I'm
field.
saying not everyone there has a degree in meteorology.
No, well, not necessarily. You could have a degree in climate science, you could have, there's different relatable fields to that, physics and
Is that,
chemistry.
are we counting those
No,
as
just meteorologists. You have to have, this is, you have the title of meteorologist because you've earned it. Yep,
Okay.
Okay.
or mostly earned it.
Some of us just flubbed our way through college. Sorry, again.
C's earned degrees.
No disrespect, Mark.
Uh-oh, 6 days.
Oh boy.
Yeah, well,
Fall's on the way.
we did the count yesterday. 56 days that were partly sunny or sunny this summer.
That's good.
That's
is.
good, right? Just 21 days were mostly cloudy or cloudy.
Okay.
That's pretty wild.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Isn't it
I'm not gonna
depressing that 72? That's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. And temps in the 50s this morning. That's not so bad. West-southwest at 5. Just got a picture from someone in Brighton showing me the fog. Steve in Brighton, good to hear from you. I'll put that up in the next hour. But 52 dew point, anytime that temperature's so close to the dew point, fog is certainly a possibility, especially when the wind isn't stirring things up out there. But we'll warm up. 78 today, 80 tomorrow, 78 on Thursday against that average of 74. So doing a little bit better than the norm over the next couple of days. And for the summer lovers, we think that the start of fall will feel a little bit more like summer. Temperatures are going to trend back above normal as we head into next week for the official start of fall. We still have to plan out the equinox party, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do. What are we doing?
I don't know. What will they let us do? I'm down for anything. Satellite radar has sunshine out there. There's low pressure off the East Coast, and it's been a different story for D.C. and you look at Norfolk and parts of Delaware, Maryland. They've been into the clouds and rain for much of the week, and will likely stay that way for the rest of today as that low is running into that huge area of high pressure that's giving us this great weather. But it's another dry week. We still have the moderate drought. We'll get an update on that drought for you Thursday morning from the National Drought Monitor. They always put that out weekly on Thursday morning with data that runs through Tuesday. But planning forecast, there's the sunshine, upper 70s. Tonight, same old story. It's back to the low to mid 50s, mainly clear sky. Seasonable for this time of the year, light and variable winds. And on that 7-day forecast, you see there's really not a chance for rain. Really, I think it's going to be the middle of next week before we even get back to a chance for rain in this forecast. There's fall. Officially, I think it's like 2:50 or something like that in the afternoon. Monday afternoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we won't have the official start of the season on Arc Rochester, but it will be on that day.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. I mean, 6 days, 5 hours, 50 minutes.
Yep.
7 seconds.
Some of the trees are starting to change in our neighborhood. I posted earlier a picture to social media, starting to get the reds and the oranges popping out on some of the maple trees. A little bit of drought stress out there too, so some of the leaf drop is going to happen a little bit earlier this season because of that. There's a few things that the drought does.
Yeah, we have a huge tree at the front of our house, and it's already started dropping some leaves.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
That's always the time of year where it's like, oh.
yeah. We also have a
is.
burning bush.
Yeah.
And when that turns red, then it's like, it's really over.
No,
then it's like,
it's game on. I
Yeah.
mean, that's like mid-fall. Those are
Yeah.
tough bushes.
Hey, we
yeah,
are.
you can't kill it.
You trying to?
Trying to kill it. It's so huge. You cut it down, and it
No,
just
they're
comes
tough.
back
No.
bigger than ever.
Yeah.
We are 45 days away from Halloween.
45 days.
Want to know about pumpkins?
Yeah.
Is the drought going to have any impact? These drought
So
conditions?
it does. If you irrigate, it doesn't. So, I mean, the size of the pumpkin usually is relatable to the water in the ground. I mean, if it's a lower field, sometimes they do better in drought seasons. But, if you have a field that's high up and you haven't been irrigating, the pumpkins are going to be smaller. It
Yeah?
definitely has an impact, yeah, for sure.
Are we going to do the pumpkin carving again this year?
I feel like we
That
should.
was really
I'll bring
fun.
some pumpkins in from the farm. We'll get some of the great big ones.
That would be fun.
And have some fun with it, yep.
We should do
Maybe
that.
we should do a group one. Last year we did individuals one.
like a great big
individual
one?
ones. Yeah. What if we did like
Oh,
a?
do you remember that the good one, but it then just collapsed in on itself?
Yeah. You tried to.
I tried to resuscitate it.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, really quick,
Yes.
shout out
Oh,
to
look at
our
this.
friend and viewer Michael and his kids. They watch us.
that handiwork.
And they're into rock painting. And look what they did for us. This is what the kids did. They painted this rock for us. You see it right there. 13 wham on your screen. It's so cool,
It
right?
is cool.
Let me see.
Okay.
We're gonna put it up for the rest of the show right over here.
Oh yeah.
love
Beautiful.
We'll put it right there.
Moving forward,
Stay.
Mike and the kids, we'll have it on the bookshelf for
Yeah.
you guys. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Really
appreciate it.
special and made our day. For
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, don't go far. We've got a lot more to come here on Arc Rochester. We're coming up on the other side of the break or something like
We're
that.
back after this.
That's what I meant to say. $8:33. Thanks so much for sticking with us this Tuesday here on Arc Rochester. Hey, if you don't have schnitzel to do this weekend, See what I did there?
was good.
Or what Ashley did there? Well, you are in luck because the public market is bringing back its annual Oktoberfest celebration this Friday.
Here to talk about the traditional German food and beer, the live music, and the dancing, we're joined now by Rohrbach Brewing co-owner John Erlob. Good morning. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So, Oktoberfest, one of those celebrations that's just fun no matter how you slice it. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, this is the third annual at the market, at the Rochester Public Market, which we're really excited about. It's a great venue for it. It's this Friday. The weather looks great. It's no charge to get in. It's really, Oktoberfest, everybody thinks about the beer, and of course that's part of it, and the great German food. But this is really a family-friendly event. There's rec on the go, so there's lots of things for the kids to do. We've got German dancers, traditional German dancers, that come out and perform, and that's really cool. Great band, the Genesee Valley Band, and they play great German music. So the smells of the food will be in the air, and of course we're going to have lots of great beer.
Well, and what's great about being down there is that little area right near the public market. They do have so much to offer. You've got a row of restaurants right there before you walk in.
Yeah. It's changed so much. Rohrbach's opened, I think, down in the market in 2008, and the change between then and now is amazing. The places and the activity at night. I've mentioned that we did the Festival of Food last night at the market. Great venue for it. And Oktoberfest will be just as much fun.
What is your favorite part of Oktoberfest?
I love the German food. Of course, at Rohrbach's, you can kind of get it all year long, but just the whole feel of it and the smells, everything's great. We do I'll just show you really quick, but the Stein we do a Stein lift, which is a competition where you're kind of holding out, see who does it the longest. And it's a lot of fun, whether it's beer or water. No, it is full, and it's a liter, so it's fairly heavy. It might be a little bit lighter.
Did you see him? He finally got his attention. McLean over there.
A liter of beer.
Yeah.
He's on board with that.
It might be a little bit lighter if you use light beer.
I see. Okay.
Another pun for you, Dan.
Yeah, no, we'll take it. We will take it. It sounds like a blast. It really does. I want to talk about the Oktoberfest beer here, though. Is this similar to what you brewed last year?
It is. I mean, a lot of times, most of our seasonal stuff, whether it's a Christmas or something for St. Patrick's Day or Oktoberfest, once we get that recipe dialed in, people look forward to having it come back. So it is the same, but it's a traditional German-style lager you'd get in Munich, or if you're at Oktoberfest, almost the same thing. But it's a little fresher because we're not bringing it from Germany. We're making it right down the road.
Which is so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And if somebody's never been to Rohrbach's, tell us about some of the other beers that you guys have there too. Maybe if they're thinking, German lager, maybe not right up my alley, but I'm still open to trying.
Yeah, well, one of the things we do is we do like a Helles lager, which is also in southern Germany, but it's a light lager. That's exactly how it translates. So it's easy to drink. If you're more of a domestic beer drinker, you can certainly do that. Our Scotch Ale is our flagship. It's just malty and still easy to drink. Space Kitty is our kind of flagship IPA, which is on the hoppier side. So the beauty of small craft breweries like Rohrbach's is we can make lots of different styles and try to meet all the customer demands and hope that they try it and enjoy it.
I do want to ask, because you brought it up, the Christmas brew. Listen, we were talking earlier today. We're 100 days away from Christmas. I know. But is there a date set?
Yeah, there is, actually. I just saw it. And it sounds crazy because even the Oktoberfest comes out in August, but it's like November 7th, I think. Wow. So it comes out early, but people get anxious, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And you don't want to buy, a cart full at once, so you have to stock up slowly on a weekly basis.
Yes, but it is fun. I love it here in Rochester, and I love the beer business because we truly do have seasonal beers that come out, and people get excited about it, and it's all good.
Yeah.
Darn right.
Go ahead.
No, please.
Just one last time for somebody who wants to come to Oktoberfest. When, where, they don't need tickets? They do need tickets?
No, they do not need tickets. Just show up, have fun. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful night. Tons of parking around the market. It's a Rochester Public Market, 5 to 9 this Friday night.
Love it. John Erlob, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it, as always. And, of course, we will post all of this information and much more on our website, foxrochester.com.
Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester. When we come back, we'll check in again with Chris Lopez, who is hitting the golf course this morning.
Hey, and don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this. Summer, it's sad to say, is winding down, and the golf season only has a few, I wouldn't even say a few months left. I would say a few weeks left before it ends.
Yeah, but there is a new indoor golf facility that is open 24/7. Chris Lopez is live at Skramble House of Golf in Perinton. Chris, I know you've only lived in New York for, what is it, almost 2 years now, but golf season kind of wraps up in like September, if we're lucky.
I was reading October, so I just kind of rounded up here and there. Who knows? It looks relatively warm for the next, 10 days, I guess. We'll leave that up to Marty to decipher that. But this place has it all. From the golf simulators, there's 12 of them, where you can play thousands of different courses, to the greens. And I want to particularly point out this section here, which is the sand bunker. I'm here with Justin this morning, owner here at Skramble Golf House. I've never seen something like this before here. What was the concept behind this? Why did you want to put the sand in here? I can't imagine it was easy.
Yeah, I mean, my goal every time is try to build something to get you better, right? And I want to build something that you've never seen before, right? So indoor bunker, we need to work on our bunker game. So we literally moved rocks to build what you see in front of us. And honestly, we talked about different shots around the golf course. You're going to have a shot that you're going to have to hit over a bunker and learn, a little thin there, learn how to hit this shot, right? So understanding the different lofts to get it up in the air over the bunker. Let's see if we can hit a decent one here, Justin. There we go.
And can you go in there and chip off the sand as well?
Yeah. Let's see what we can do. Now, the difference with this, I got sand from Midvale Country Club. Thank you to the pro over there, Mike. Let's see what we got here. And there we go. Not bad.
And if anyone missed the last segment, the greens here, this putting green, has all types of different slopes at different angles, so you can practice all of those shots that maybe you would have to wait or go 18 holes.
Scout likes the bunker.
The resident
Scout!
Oh. No, Scout.
Nope. Come on, bud. You know what's going to happen in the bunker.
Resident house.
That's right.
Here at Skramble, mistaking the sand for his own sand.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, this area is awesome, but you have another section over here where you can host parties, corporate.
Yeah, so like big thing is that we do here is I want to make sure we have big events here. So you can check out, we got 4 sims back here. We got a conference area. Basically, you can have 40, 50 people literally come in here and have a party and hang out. And then on this side here, I kind of tell the story on how we built it from, the Rite Aid station all the way to what you see today. And then even in the back, we have a business room where people can come and hang out and literally work from home and play some golf. Check it out there, Terry.
This concept.
Yes.
You said there's not many like this in the whole U.S.
Yep.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, the big thing is just big capital, right? It takes a lot of money to build this stuff and try to have a model and concept that you can really kind of grow and have this. Like, my members never leave. So once you're a member, I want to make sure we don't raise dues, we don't have assessments. I want to make sure we take care of our members.
And how can someone find out more about this?
So yes, just go on our website, www.skramble.com, fill out some paperwork, or shoot me a text or give me a call. I literally talk to every single member, and literally I want to make sure we take care of it.
365 days a year, 24/7, Skramble House of Golf. Come check this place out. We'll have information on our website, on Fox Rochester and 13 WHAM. Back to you guys in studio.
Chris, I want to know what the restroom situation there is looking like, because something tells me Scout was just trying to imitate what he saw you doing earlier.
No. First of all, what? Second of all, there is great restrooms here. Scout just, took it upon himself to use the sand facility.
Hey,
I don't know.
I
don't know. It's live TV, man.
That's showbiz, baby.
Listen,
A scout can do no wrong.
That might be our favorite part of the morning so far. That's
my God.
absolutely
Flip that
incredible.
For final thoughts.
Absolutely.
All right, Lopez. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
When Eric Rochester returns, we have Crime Stoppers.
We certainly do. Stick around. We're back after this. 8:48 this morning. It seems scammers are always trying to find new ways to trick people. And deputies say some are even turning hostile when questioned. That means these calls can threaten not just your finances, but your sense of safety as well.
Yeah, for this morning's Crime Stoppers, we are joined by Sergeant Brian Dijak from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office to talk a little bit about the latest scams and how to recognize the red flags. Before it's too late, we also have Officer Marcucci. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Sheriff Marcucci, thank you very much for being here as well. Taking over a new position for you. We'll talk about that later. But let's talk first a little bit about these scams.
Good morning. One thing that you need to be aware of is that we're here to educate. We want people to understand that it happens every day and it happens to everyone. There's no real discrimination as far as that's concerned. We had one 4 days ago. A lady had her power go out. Her Spectrum wasn't working. She reached out to the company. She just went right to Google. Was like, all right, I'm going to find that number. As soon as she started talking, she realized something was wrong. Person started asking for their social security number, date of birth. She's like, I just want to figure out when my Spectrum's going to be turned back on. They're like, oh, no, we're going to need certain information from you in order to do that. Immediately, she figured that out, and she was like, we're all set. But she actually called us to let us know that, hey, this is what's happening. This is how frequent it's happening. And basically to let us know that that was going on.
Is that one of the more common scams, or is there something that happens more often than others that you see that's reported?
One of the bigger ones was a person impersonating cybersecurity, saying that there's a breach of your security. We're going to need to move your funds. Someone actually liquidated $25,000 into cash, put it in a box, and said that, yep, our courier will be here this afternoon to make sure that your funds are secured. Luckily, again, because of our education and knowing this is probably wrong, they called us and we were able to intercept the cash and the courier. So that was actually a positive.
When you say intercept, tell us what that looks like.
That is a coordination between multiple resources within the sheriff's office, whether it's a UC element, whether it's the sergeant, radio communications, basically anywhere from a 2 to 6 man detail, basically utilizing the victim and their situation to try to apprehend the person that's doing this.
How do you prevent things like this from happening? Because there's probably not a person out there today with a cell phone, and I'm sure you're the same, even on the work cell phone. So you get the text from someone claiming to be the toll authority or the thruway authority, or you get a text from this company that you might have actually gone to their website once and they want money because, you know, your payment didn't go through.
Right. The best way to do that is to take a pause and to go to your account or to verify your information. The worst thing that someone can do is to panic and to use that pressure of, you're going to get fined in the next 5 days if you don't act now. If you just take a quick minute and maybe go to an old account number or an old printout that you got where you are in control of that conversation, then you can educate yourself. I've had that happen with PayPal. I get a PayPal alert, hey, your account, we're going to bill you $250 if you don't do X, Y, Z. I ignore it. I go to my laptop, log in. Everything seems to be on the up and up, and I move on.
It is pretty scary when you get those texts, calls, emails. You know, it makes you sweat. At least for me, I'm a rule follower. You know, so if somebody says you owe money, I'm like, I probably do. But when they start getting aggressive on the phone, that is what really is nerve-wracking. I imagine for a lot of people, right?
Absolutely, and we just had it happen to us this past weekend. My wife and I were traveling out of town, and we fell victim. We didn't fall victim to a scam. We almost did, I should say. We were traveling. We received a phone call, and as soon as we questioned the validity of it and said we're going to hang up and call back to bank to verify, they became extremely aggressive and hostile. And it's intimidating. And absolutely, anyone can feel that pressure, and they feel like they have to react in that moment. And that's one of our takeaways here today is nothing's urgent. You can always hang up, end the call, end the conversation, and say, I'm going to call back and call a known number on the back of your credit card, a known number on your statement to validate what they're going to say. A legitimate company is certainly not going to talk to you in that manner or try to pressure you like that.
And that is actually one of the telltale signs that you're probably not dealing with the organization you think you are. When they're pressuring you to act immediately. And when the agent on the other end of the phone is getting upset with you.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's-
Because
that's
the
that
regular
cost.
bank person
Right.
has no stake in the game.
Right.
You know?
They're getting paid hourly. They're not worried about it. This person is trying to take you for what they can. And that's the difference. And that is the educational piece here today. That's what we want to remind people. There's no urgency. Take your time. Hang up. Tell them, hey, we're going to call them back. Just like Deputy Marcucci just said. Hey, I'm going to use the back of my credit card. I'm going to find that number. I'll take care of it in 5 minutes. That's going to piss them off. And here we are.
Love it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it is good advice for sure. If somebody finds themselves in a situation where they're thinking, shoot, I already gave them all my information. You know, I haven't seen anything happen yet, but
Sure.
I know I could be a victim here. What do they do?
The best thing for you is to is to contact your bank. Again, find that account number, find that actual hard copy that you have in your house or maybe in an email somewhere, and freeze your accounts. Just say, hey, no activity moving forward. I want to get my ducks in a row. And you may have one credit card, you may have 15. That's going to take a little bit of time on your end. But again, it's better to fall safe and just cancel everything or freeze everything. And then the 2 to 3 days, has anything happened? No, all right. And then you're going to get flooded with your new credit cards and hopefully move on.
Deputy Marcucci, before we let you both walk away, we do have to say congratulations
Thank you.
on becoming the Public Information Officer of the Monroe County Sheriff's Department. We appreciate that, or Monroe County Sheriff's Office. What's it like to take on that role for you?
It's going to be a big change. It's a welcome change. I'm very excited about it. Taking over for Sergeant Hurley, who's received a well-deserved promotion. He's moving on to newer things. I've been working with him closely over the last few weeks to try to catch up and fill his role. He's done an excellent job with it. I'm looking forward to the challenge. And again, it's been a great experience so far, but I'm in week 3, so we're still in the learning phase.
All right, the honeymoon.
Yes.
The honeymoon
Yes.
phase. Yes.
Everybody's
All right.
been great and super supportive, which is nice.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you,
Best
I
of
appreciate
luck.
it.
Thank you both again.
Thank you.
And we'll post all of the Crime Stopper information, including that telephone number, on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning.
Much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester.
Stick around. We're back after this.
Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester as we continue into the 9 o'clock hour. Stephannie Joseph will break down some of our top political stories.
Yeah, she joins us now from the live desk with a preview of what's next. Hey there, Steph.
Hey there, guys. In today's political pulse, FBI Director Kash Patel will testify on Capitol Hill today, why he's expected to face questions over his handling of the investigation into Charlie Kirk's suspected killer. Plus, President Trump is planning to send the National Guard to Memphis, how a new memorandum may make that possible. That and much more is coming up in our 9 o'clock hour. Arc Rochester returns after this.
This Tuesday morning, September 16th. Thanks for staying with us on Arc Rochester. I'm Abby Fridmann.
I'm Dan Schrack. That's meteorologist Mark McLean back with us once again with a look at these warm temperatures.
Yeah.
As well as the answer to our weather trivia and our Muddy Paws forecast. What? What's he?
I don't know what she's laughing at.
I'm not laughing at anything.
Don't do it.
Well,
No,
you
it's
let out,
you.
Don't do
you
it.
let out
It's
this
you.
huge sigh right when we started. Like life is really hard for you. And then I see your eyes watering over there, so you're laughing at something.
Weather trivia.
Just do it, Mark.
Let's go to weather trivia. We'll take a look. Okay, it's a good one. All right, so what do meteorologists do? We forecast the weather. We can do this in a lot of different ways, and there's a lot of different avenues that a meteorologist can take for employment. So could it be the federal government that's the largest employer of meteorologists?
Does that mean you're looking? Is this a game of where I should work
Seriously,
next?
who's hiring?
You guys are finally
Who's
onto me.
hiring?
Weather consulting firms, academia, or broadcast media?
Okay, the largest.
Look at this.
What was-
I think people are using AI.
What was option one?
Federal government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all A. From Eva to Mary,
Yeah.
all A's.
If you're cheating here, let us know.
We're on to you.
Yeah, news at
I have a feeling
13wham.com.
that maybe
Actually,
you are.
it's just fun looking this stuff up, honestly. But what do you say?
I mean,
I'm going to go with the crowd here
Yeah.
who Googled it.
Who clearly Googled it. But there's so many different ways that you can work through the government as a meteorologist. Military, agriculture. Dan is losing it. It's been a morning. Federal, it's 31 to 37% of the total workforce for meteorologists. Private sector, and that would be the consulting firms, is something like 25 to 33. And broadcast meteorologists are actually, quote, the minority of meteorologists, only about 10 to 16% of meteorologists, but we're oftentimes the most visible. So people think that that's where most meteorologists work. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. And sadly, a lot of people that get the degree never work a day in the field, because it is a very competitive field, and the field is in some ways narrowing because of the spread of computers, AI,
Sure.
all that filling in some of the cracks here and there. So there's a lot of specialized avenues you can go. It's a lot of fun, and the day's different every day, except for this week.
Yeah.
It's like
Maytag repair weather.
You got it. All right, do we have a muddy pause? No, we're going to go to this first. Did I skip over? Did I? No. Let's go back to, there's muddy pause.
There we
All right.
go. Look
Just
at
a little
that.
a little out of order. Miss Ivy, today's dog of the day.
Oh,
And
that's Ms. Ivy.
Ms. Ivy. You're right. There's no R in that.
Look at her Bills gear, though.
I know.
Perfect.
Went to pick up the Bills gear, according to the story, and chime in, and ended up with a little treat there at the end, the last photo. A little,
Love it.
little treat to tear apart. So if you
Ain't that the way?
if you have photos that you'd like to share with us, just chime in. 13wham.com. That QR code on the screen can help you out a lot, and send the pics in. We love to see them. We'll share them with everybody. Everybody loves to see them too, believe me. Today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, it doesn't matter what day you pick. You're going to be A-OK and dry out there, because it never rains anymore in western New York. Areas of fog today. We did have some low clouds or fog. This was from a former Spencerport High School English teacher, Steve, from Brighton, New York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Sending us a little view of the fog this morning off to the east of the city. A few of us got to experience that, and the rest of us got the sun glare on the drive into work this morning. 58 degrees, southwest at 5. The dew point temperatures in the low 50s. And you can see that little area of clouds there towards Binghamton. That's a storm system that's off the east coast. That's actually going to send us some clouds. Watch this on the Futurecast. We'll have the cloud cover come in. And this is going to be into Wednesday. Not going to block out the sun completely. A lot of this is going to be high up in the atmosphere. But showers as close as Binghamton. We're just not going to see any of that activity up closer to Rochester as that system pulls away. Sadly, we're just a little bit too far away from it. But you didn't want it anyway. If you wanted the golf clubs to come out, 65 at 10, 77 at 1, 78 at 5. And the forecast overnight tonight will drop back through the 50s. It's a mainly clear sky, kind of a seasonable night for this time of the year. And the 7-day forecast for us will have numbers closing out near 80 and dropping back into the upper 60s there for Friday, near 70 for Saturday, and upper 70s heading into next week for the official start of fall. It's actually the autumnal equinox.
The autumnal equinox.
We're getting all meteorological about it.
We have a propensity to get things right, and that's why we call it the autumnal equinox.
Meteorologists have a propensity to get things right?
Yeah, we try.
Question for you. When they fire you from this job for being too silly, out of those ones that you listed, what are you going to pick?
Well, thankfully, I'm already working in 2 of the other categories.
Hey, you got to have a backup plan.
No. Well, I teach at MCC. To be fair, I also do some forensic work in meteorology. So.
Forensic meteorology.
Yes.
What's that look like?
That's like slip and fall accident cases, reconstructing weather from the period when injuries occur. Sometimes they end up in court. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Hey, thank you, McLean. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, a closer look at an upcoming Fringe show that takes you out of the box and into the sphere.
And don't forget, you can watch us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live right now on the 13wham YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. Stick around. Arc Rochester is back after this.
The Fringe Festival has been bringing free spectacles to Parcel 5 the last few years, and this year the final event is called Sphere. It's a mesmerizing show highlighting the beauty of our planet.
Yeah, it's the creation of Italy's Eventi Verticali. I spoke with the artistic director and managing director while they were in Italy preparing to come to Rochester. Well, thank you so much for taking time to speak with us. I really appreciate it. So how did Eventi Verticali come to be?
Una domanda?
Come è nata?
Eventi Verticali was born in 2006, so 19 years ago, from an idea, my idea with my brother, Luca. And we developed the idea of performing on vertical spaces. So, like building towers using ropes, let's say, and bringing acrobatics, but at the same time theater. So we developed the idea of the vertical theater. That's our way to define this kind of activity. Then we start. It's a long story. Sorry, I try to be.
No, it's okay.
Because finding a wall available for vertical theater is not so common. So once we said maybe we have to build our own wall. Yes, but how? Maybe we can hang it to a crane. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a crazy idea, but it can work. So we start planning to work with structures hanged to cranes, and our style of working changed in this direction. That's why we are going to present Sphere, which is the last show we produced. We did a kind of trilogy of shows. How can you say geometry of the area? So we have the square, we have the cube, and now we have the sphere. Yeah.
So it was an evolution of the show. You went from wall to cube to now to sphere.
Yeah, exactly.
Where did the idea initially come from? What made you think, let's build a wall, let's do vertical theater?
I was born in theater companies, let's say, and my father is an alpinist. So I have my grandfather was a rope builder artisan. So I have the idea of the vertical in my blog, let's say, somehow. So everything in my life is strictly connected to ropes and vertical environment, let's say. And yes, with Sphere, I tried to find also to give a more theatrical impulse to my shows, and yeah. So we talk about the story of an astronaut escaping from the planet Earth and looking for a new planet, planting the seeds of a new planet, and the planet Sphere born, and then the starting of the show.
And the sphere that's born is planet Earth, correct?
No, it's planet Sphere, because this astronaut is escaping from planet Earth.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah, Sphere.
What was this like, building this company with your brother and working with family?
To be honest, now I work alone. You're touching the wrong button because actually my brother is 2 years since the 2022. He decided to leave the company, but just to work in different direction. And now I'm directing the company. Yes.
Okay, very
So
nice.
how was it? Well, it was good, but in 20 years things change. Family touring around the world is not so easy with the family, so he decided to do something else.
Stick around. We've got a lot more from this interview coming up on the other side of the break.
Yeah, we're back after this.
Welcome back to Arc Rochester. Before the break, we were getting our first look at Sphere, the spectacle that will be part of the free finale of the Rochester Fringe Festival. Here's part two. When you come to perform in Rochester, what can the audience expect? I watched some video of Sphere, and it's quite a spectacle, quite a show. How would you describe that for people?
Well, impressing the audience with a giant structure hanged to a crane, it's not that difficult, let's say, because it's a huge image. So what I tried with Sphere is to confuse the audience. So we start the show with the street theater techniques. So we have some characters coming out from the street, from the square, behind the audience, because of course they are expecting a show in front of this big crane, but no, the show starts from behind, in the middle of the audience. And then slowly the show moves to the crane and then into the air, and it slowly grow up, because actually, of course, the sphere is an inflatable sphere. So in the beginning it's deflated, so it inflates in front of the audience. So it's crescendo, it's a crescendo si dice. It's a
Yeah.
crescendo.
Ah, very nice. So they're coming from within the audience and starting on the
Exactly.
ground, going vertical from there.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly. Yeah.
From what I've seen, it truly is spectacular. It looks incredible.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Claudia, why is planet Earth? I want to ask you, why is this the theme for the show, Planet Sphere? What does that mean for you?
Oh, well, actually, I'm not the artistic director, it's Andrea, but I can say that his idea was to reflect on what is going on now in our planet in so many different levels. And so the idea of the charter looking for for a better world, actually. It's that's the concept that Andrea developed, and I totally agree with it.
Andrea, is that better world? Is that better planet? Is Planet Sphere? Can we see that here someday, do you think?
Actually, I think there will be a moment in which the humanity will understand that the needs to give a step back. And actually, in the end of the show, of course, all the creators of the planet Sphere just go back and return to the planet Earth, because it's our Mother Earth. So that's how the show ends in the end, because we're still a citizen of this big sphere.
Yes, yes. And Claudia, for you, you've performed all over the world. How do audiences react to this show when they see this? What is their reaction?
Well, the reaction really changes from country to country, I have to say. For instance, now we are in Denmark, in Northern Europe, and we are performing with another show. We had the premiere yesterday, and I was so surprised. The audience was very focused, very concentrated. I could watch them from the desk, and they were really waiting for the end to clap. While, for instance, so this is a way to react, and this, it's surprising because we are Italian, so we are used to also Italian audience, but also American audience, which is much more, let's say, natural, let's say, in a way that when they want to clap, they clap. If they want to laugh, they laugh. So it's really interesting to see the different way they appreciate the show. So for instance, this time it was really interesting to see them so focused, like really watching until the end. And then when they understood that they could clap, they were like, okay, finished, we can clap. And they clapped 10 minutes. So it's nice, different every country.
Well, I really think the audience in Rochester is going to love the opportunity to see you perform, and they are going to love the show. Thank you both so much for your time, and for you at home, if you'd like to catch Eventi Verticale, we will post all of the information that you need to know on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning. Stick around, we're back after this.
It's time for a political pulse check on ARC Rochester. We begin with FBI Director Kash Patel appearing on Capitol Hill. He's expected to answer questions about the agency's investigation into the fatal shooting of political activist Charlie Kirk. Now, he was killed last week while holding a debate at Utah Valley University. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson is set to be formally charged in Kirk's death today. Patel is facing criticism over how he has handled this investigation and others. Sources tell us some in the Justice Department were concerned after his latest appearance on Fox News. There, he disclosed details about a note authorities are linking to Robinson. This is what he said.
We have evidence to show what was in that note, which is, and I'm going to summarize, basically saying, the suspect wrote a note saying, I have the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it.
Meantime, lawmakers held a prayer vigil for Kirk last night. His death, another stark reminder of growing political violence against lawmakers. Representatives continue condemning political violence.
The political assassination that took place this past Wednesday was sickening. It was infuriating. It was heartbreaking. And unfortunately, it was a horrific scene that we've witnessed unfold too many times before. 3 months ago, in my home state of Minnesota, another evil coward murdered State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark in their home. He also shot and wounded Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette. Let us all be clear. There is no place in our country for politically motivated violence.
And there is a special election today for the next person to fill Melissa Hortman's seat. Turning now to President Trump taking steps to send the National Guard to Memphis. Trump signing a memorandum alongside the state's Republican governor who is in favor of federal help. The order would send the National Guard to Memphis for public safety and law enforcement operations. It also establishes the Memphis Safe Task Force to reduce crime. That task force would be comprised of multiple federal officials, including those part of the FBI and ICE. A timeline, though, for the deployment remains unclear, but a portion of the order says the Attorney General and Secretary of Homeland Security can request National Guard support as necessary and appropriate. The mayor of Shelby County, which includes Memphis, is calling the planned deployment, quote, anti-American.
It's very important because of the crime that's going on, not only in Memphis, in many cities, and we're going to take care of all of them, step by step, just like we did in D.C.
I think that the National Guard here in Memphis will hurt this community, but also our country. I think it will compromise many of our rights. We'll have folks without training interacting with our citizenry, and there's a chance that that will compromise our due process rights.
Well, a potential interest rate cut could happen after a Federal Reserve Board meeting today. Some investors believe it will be a quarter-point cut announced by tomorrow. The Fed has faced criticism from the Trump administration for holding rates steady. The board did not think it was in the best interest of the economy to do so, despite pressure from President Trump. The turmoil has spilled over in recent months. Fed Governor Lisa Cook will remain on the board after an appeals court victory yesterday. Trump has called for her to be fired over allegations of fraud. There's also a new addition to the board, Stephen Myron, after a governor resigned last month. Well, TikTok may not disappear from U.S. app stores after all. Officials announcing an agreement has been reached ahead of tomorrow's deadline for the app to find a new owner outside China. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said there's a framework deal that needs to be finalized by President Trump when he meets with China's leader on Friday. Bessent says a priority was ensuring the deal was fair and addresses U.S. national security concerns. A bipartisan bill enacted a ban on that app over those issues. And be sure to stay with ARC Rochester for your top political headlines. We're back after this.
Welcome back. The Rochester Fringe Festival preview continues. This Friday, a world-renowned artist is bringing her project, A Body in Places, to the stage.
The show is, with its visuals, touch on some important world issues. For more on the upcoming show, we're joined now by artist Eiko Otake. Good morning. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to speak with us.
Well, absolutely. It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So describe for us your show.
Okay, so this will be mainly a screening because I also managed to enjoy my food a little bit. But nevertheless, this screening is kind of unusual because I'm working with a curator person, selecting from very many pieces I have made over the past 10 years or so. And it all even includes the pieces long before that. And this curator, Tristan, used to be my student many, many years ago. But now he's in a PhD candidate, and then I'm also working with professors there. I'm literally coming to teach classes in February. So with all those relationships that I had separately have materialized for this coming screening. And I'm a performing artist, but this one is more like my media work that I make specifically for the people who are watching the screen, whether it's in a cinema house or whether it's in your home. And this one, I'm very happy because it is an actual screening. People have to be there to see. People can be there. And I'm talking to them, with them, and receive questions and responses.
You know, it seems like this is a full circle project for you. A lot of things coming together at the right moment. What has it been like watching this thing, kind of come to a close here when you think about where it started from the very beginning?
Well, it's not a close, but I know what you mean. It takes a long time for me to plan out my performances and then show up there. So there is already a communication going on with presenters and sometimes, the area journalist. And then I do perform. Somebody will video, somebody will take a photograph, and I tend to choose very, very good collaborators who are recording my work. But then aside from that, not only the archive of my performance, which happens aiming to the audience who are there, I also create media work. So this is a mix between how I show I performed, and I also show I am performing through the screen to the viewers directly. So the way I edit is different for those, and for that I usually make exhibitions and installations. And I always like to have the real feeling of the people watching, not only digital. Of course, videos are digital. I edit digital. Yet when it is presented, when other people are there, they hear each other's breathing, they hear each other's feeling of the community. It really makes me very happy and grateful, rather. It's not a word I can say very happy, but grateful for the opportunities I can have.
Eiko, I'm wondering if you can take us back in time a little bit and tell us about your journey as an artist, how you began, and when you really discovered your passion for creating art.
Well, so I'm 73 years old. I was born in 1952, which is a year America's 7-year occupation ended in Japan, right? Because after the Second World War, America occupied Japan. Japan completely surrendered. So I'm really a post-war baby and post-war child. And I grew up, being aware, especially in the 60s, for some of the viewers who remember those times. So out of that, I have kind of abandoned academic study or the two politicized ways I had lived my teens. So I kind of went to art, trying to find my own voice. Because after reading books and books and books, arguing, I really wanted to find where I am as a person, human being, right? And a human being with a body. So my partner and I left for Europe when I was 20 years old, had a bunch of performances there. And then we came here when I was 23. So that was 1976. So I've been here in this country for 49 years. So I always tell to my students, I've been here longer than you guys, to the young viewers. But I still remain a foreigner. I have a heavy accent. I'm not an academic person, so my grammar probably is a messed up thing. But as an artist, I do have a career. I have been to so many places, not only in America, but in the different countries as well. So my passion is to work and to share the work with the audience and then kind of look at to their own eyes. So when I began to make exhibitions, I felt I don't want to just only show the edit of what I have done someplace else. I wanted to create for that particular place, for that particular screen and projectors. So I began to make like screening, for the screening and for the exhibitions, like more specific pieces. So this screening will show my performance work, but also my media work. What you are seeing now on the screen is right now, that is myself in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia station. And this is on the Wall Street. Those are from the performances. And this is more for the media, even though I took that photos in Chile. So you have seen, just in a few seconds, my body is in different places. This is Fringe in Vermont. And this is Fukushima. I went to Fukushima 5 times to dance alone. And I don't have an audience there. I just really did it for camera. And this is New York City on Governor's Island. So my body has been, this is Hong Kong. That's not why I have this red thing. This has been my partner to bring to many places where I mark with my Red Cross, back to the Philadelphia station. So you are seeing my bodies in many places. That's why I call this project A Body in Places. Well, this is St. John Cathedral in New York City, the photo just you saw.
I'm sure that people are going to love the show.
Yeah, the photos are gorgeous.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today. We really, really appreciate it. And again, A Body in Place is coming to the Fringe Festival this Friday. If you're stopping by, you'll definitely want to check it out.
Absolutely. Eiko, thank you so much for your time this morning.
You.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much for having me.
Take care.
All right. Much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester. We're looking ahead to lunchtime.
Kelley Springer joins us on the other side of the break.
And don't forget, watch us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We're back after this.
be honest, whether it's for kids or adults, it's not always easy to pack a lunch that is both nutritious and enjoyable.
Yeah, that's why nutritionist Kelley Springer is joining us today. She has an easy formula for lunches that keep you fueled and focused. A lot going on there, Kelley. What's up?
We've got a lot going on, and it's so exciting to be back to school. We just had our first board meeting today for our nonprofit called Nutrition Education for All. And we're going to be pushing into schools and teaching just this, because I get asked all the time from parents, what do I pack in my kids' lunch and what can I have for snacks? So I have the answers for you today. So we're going to start first with, New York State apples. We got to start with New York State apples. It's apple picking season, and apples are going to help keep us healthy and happy. Plus, they're part of our 5 food groups, the power of 5, making sure that we get fruit. That fruit is going to give us antioxidants. Vitamin C is that antioxidant, and also fiber to keep our immune system healthy and happy. And then we move into our protein sources in dairy, going into Lifeway Kefir, one of my favorite things to start my day, put in my kids' lunches, and also perfect for a snack because it has your complete amino acids, meaning that you have all your protein, nutrients, vitamins, and this is going to also help our immune systems as well.
Kelley, don't judge me, but I packed poorly this morning. And I just split a cookie with someone in the newsroom.
What? What?
I did.
You didn't split it with me.
No, I know. But listen, it was a chocolate chip oatmeal cookie. So I feel like I got some grains and maybe some antioxidants from that. Is it okay if you do pack yourself a sweet treat with your lunch?
Yes, especially because everything can fit in moderation. So when we think about this power of 5, from whole grains like you had in your oats to the fruit like you had in your raisins, also bringing in our dairy from our cheese and from Lifeway Kefir. And then you just set me up perfectly into our proteins. Now we talked about Lifeway Kefir also has protein sources, but we also can get protein from plants. And so that's why we have Satin Farms pistachios. So pistachios are a great way to get protein, and they also taste delicious. And they also, my favorite word, they're going to have that fiber source, which is so important for heart health and also for keeping our kids full and keeping their blood sugar stable.
And Kelley, I feel like a lot of those items, if not all of them, are things that would appeal to kids. They can be a little picky sometimes, but I feel like the brightly colored containers for the yogurt, it's like, it draws them right in.
Absolutely. And things should taste delicious. And we're talking about real food here. And so that's also a big importance. So when we're talking about the Satin Farms, they have salt and pepper, chili, lime, garlic, onion. I mean, they're absolutely delicious. And they're easy to throw into that lunch pail. And then we get into the Lifeway Kefir, like you said. Yes, flavors like raspberry, peach, black cherry, strawberry. They're basically a smoothie ready to go. And of course, we can't forget the delicious flavor of New York State apples. And there's so many different varieties that you can choose from, having it for all different reasons.
Uh-oh, what was that?
That was Annie the dog, the English setter, who is looking at me right now going, what are we doing, Mom?
She wants some of those pistachios in that kefir, Kelley.
She's like, come on, Mom, I'm hungry.
There also might be some turkey slices and cheese slices that Annie the dog is very interested in as well.
Well, and that's kind of something I would like to talk about because it seems like more and more families are doing or parents are doing for their kids those little bento boxes, like charcuterie boards for school. Rather than your bologna and mustard sandwich, you're getting a little spread inside a box. And it seems like some of those items would fit right in.
They fit in perfectly. And that is exactly the point. Mixing it up, making sure you do get the power of 5. And when we have, and if you can see here, this is our My Plate. This is something that my kids followed forever and ever. And those bento boxes are fantastic. Just making sure we have a grain, a fruit, a vegetable, a protein, and dairy is going to ensure that your kids are going to get everything the body needs.
Excellent. Kelley Springer, always great to talk with you. Always great to get a little bit of advice. For somebody interested in talking with you a little more in depth about, healthy eating, healthy living, so on and so forth, give them a good way to get in contact with you.
Yes, absolutely. So you can go to kellyschoice.org. You can book your dietitian and we can help for the whole family. It can be covered by your commercial insurance. And then also you can go to Nutrition Education for All. That's our nonprofit, and we can push into schools and help right there in the classroom.
Terrific. Kelley Springer, always a pleasure speaking with you, my friend. Thanks so much this morning.
Thank you.
Take care.
When we come back, our final thoughts this Tuesday morning.
We're back right after this.
Well,
9:56. Well,
It's been a show.
yes, best bits this morning.
Well, we forgot one of them. It's over here.
Oh,
Right.
yes, Roebuck Brewing talking about Oktoberfest.
Yes.
That was great.
That was fun. John is great.
Yeah, Fringe Festival coverage as always.
Uh-huh,
13 Wham is the TV sponsor.
Yep.
The
Rock.
Michael
The Rock.
and his kids.
I'll get up again.
Yes.
Here we go.
Michael and his kids.
Yes.
Huge shout out.
The Rock.
That looks
Listen,
awesome.
I really
Did you
do
see The
think
Rock?
it's so
Yeah.
cool
There you
that
go.
This is cool.
people
Close
go
up
out
of
of their way to do things like this.
Yeah.
This is the kind of kindness I'm talking about, though, too.
Really nice.
Yeah.
It's a cool rock.
Take a look at that.
Yep.
So now it's our responsibility to go do something nice for somebody else. today.
Absolutely. That means hold the door for somebody, or pay for their coffee at the drive-through if they're behind you. Just be kind to somebody
Be a
today.
good human.
Just one thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Just
not
one
hard.
thing. That's
Yeah.
all you got to do.
Yeah.
All you got to do. Now crack those beers. Let's forget this morning ever happened. 9:57. Don't go too far, or actually do, because I don't know what's on next. It's not us. Tomorrow morning, we've got another show for you that starts at 4:57 on what's
It's
that
called
channel?
13 Wham ABC.
Right.
Join Steph and Mark later today for 13 Wham News at midday.
Bye.
See ya.